Okay, so this is my proof of concept. It's horrendously ugly. We start here with the input chest. Then there's like a comparator counter that dispenses each of the items that travel to this dropper and sends a pulse to the next component each time that happens. Before I show that, let's come over here. This is just a circuit that gives 1 pulse for every 5 pulses it receives. I'm sure there's better designs than this, but that's what I came up in the moment. So if you look at this part here, that's like a memory cell. It holds a redstone signal strength. When you hover over this part, you see here on the right, power 5. This means it holds currently a signal strength of 5. And you can reset the thing here to hold a signal strength of 5. That's just the price I selected that it has to have. If you change the length of this redstone line here, you can alter the price from 5 to like anything between 1 and 15, I guess. So if I put 2 items here, you see it sends 2 pulses down this line, and here it decreased from 5 to 3, so it subtracted 2. Yeah, and when it reaches 0, this redstone torch turns on and sends a pulse up this line. And what we have up here is basically the same what's down there. It has a memory cell here, redstone comparator memory cell that stores the signal strength. I have a reset here. Here the reset is 0, so that's the state that it's in a resetted state, 0. Okay, then, so if I put 3 more items here, it receives a pulse up there, as you've seen now. This turns on those lights. So each pulse that is received over here makes another item available. So you could also have like different prices per item if you redo this part. But that would be more complicated. I think Iskall said it's okay, whatever the prices are, and he will adjust the economics to the shop. So that I don't have to put always items there, I have here a lever, so I can show like how this system works. I can just send another pulse, and it's 2 items are available now. The allium that costs 10 can be purchased now if I press here. That's the next part of the build, like the purchasing, like the putting in of items and receiving. Here the lights that will show what is available are solved like that. And all this mess here is buying of the items. So it basically works the same as all the things I've shown already. we have here a line behind all those buttons. So each button has a signal strength. The one most to the right has the highest signal strength, and the one most to the left has the lowest. That seems a bit wrong. What I have here, I have a signal strength of 15, and I subtract the signal strength of the button that is pressed, so that if I press this button, I receive a signal strength of 1 basically here. Yeah, and the rest, much of it is just wiring, like what you see here. It's just to keep the signal strength. Like when this piston moves the block over here, the signal strength is transported upwards. Like here, it's just like signal strength wiring, which I didn't know how to do any better. And here I branch off the sounds that you hear when you shop something. Like I available like so I can buy 3 items now. That's the sound when you hear if you can buy something, and if you don't, if you can't buy it, you don't hear the sound. So that's that. So here's to check if you can buy it. It's can I say it? It's basically shutting this redstone line here off when signal strength comes. Like when a button is pressed, the signal comes up from here, and here's just a repeater. So this part doesn't matter what the signal strength was. So it shuts off this redstone torch, which opens this comparator. I can show it, I think.